Right, Gary, just a couple of days to go now. How are you feeling?
Yes, good. Can't wait. I'm not a big fan of pre-season personally. I really enjoyed it when the Derby game was finished, because now we're heading into the serious stuff, the proper stuff.
Been a couple of ins and outs over the last couple of days. Danilo, Orsi, from Kalinowskis as well, and Shades through the door. Yeah. Just give us your thoughts first and foremost on those outgoing. We spoke at length on Monday night about having to clear some of the squad, and you've got a couple out now. Yeah,
I think obviously it's like anybody, Billy Burton left here because he wanted to go and play football, and I had a huge amount of respect for Billy for that. And it was the same with Ors and with TK, and they wanted, I couldn't guarantee them minutes, and so there was agreements reached with the club, and so we wish them all the best now, and then like you say, we were then able to bring in, and we knew that there was a lot of work gone into that one with bringing Tyrese in.
Undisclosed fee for Danilo as well. Getting a fee for him as well, pretty positive.
Sporting director and people above me.
Fantastic.
That's my answer to that one. I'm afraid I don't get involved in that, which has been one of the added bonuses of Richard Dorman arriving as sporting director.
Well dodged. Arrival of Shade then from Eastleigh. Where did you first see him?
I first saw him on loan for Walsall when I was manager at Salford. You might have covered the game. And he played left wing back, and I was impressed with him on the day. And he was on loan from Leicester and just followed his career then. And it's just sometimes players just catch your eye and you follow their career in the paths that they go on, and I have done with him. And then obviously then last season he had a wonderful season where, I've seen him play left wing back, I've seen him play on the wing, I've seen him play centre forward, and obviously in all those positions he's very forward thinking. And but this season last season he's just played down the middle and scored lots of goals. A similar sort of 6 months, if you like, to Burrell, but I've been on the phone to him, had good conversations with him once we obviously expressed our interest, and was delighted to get it over the line as quickly as what we did. And he goes into the squad for Saturday now and gives us something completely different at the top end of the pitch. And having lost Rue and what he brought us, this complements that.
This isn't the first time you've gone back to a player that you've seen in the past with Owen Dodson. I remember you similar story
that's right.
Watching Burnley train. Do you have like a little black book that you just make a note of these players in?
You've got to be careful saying that. Well, my wife might be listening to this in terms of that. But no, you make notes, you obviously retain information, and then, you keep track of it. I'm fortunate, I think, in the sense of this is not only my job, it's my passion. And so from that point of view, I pride myself on knowing who's gone where in the transfer market and testing myself to know where people are so I can follow their careers,
Must be a big compliment to him coming through the door as well, knowing that you've actually been across his career for all that amount of time.
Yeah, well, you'd have to ask him that, but it's the truth. It's something, I've kept an eye on in certain players. We have to thank our owners for allowing the deal to happen as well. So that's important. But he's come in, he's settled in, he knows a couple of our lads already, which has helped. The group, as ever, is a really good group that we've got here, and the environment that he's come into has welcomed him, and he's trained with us this morning, looked sharp, scored a couple of good goals as well, so we're excited to see where he can progress with his career here.
Naturally, the question goes on to what next? How many bodies do you need? How many bodies do you feel like you need?
Well, it was interesting because this morning I was just going through it. We've only brought in 4 new faces this season. Obviously we've had the return of Lofty, and we've had the return of JJ. Dylan Williams and Fabio were here last year, and that was all agreed before then. So we've only brought in 4 new faces. So, to put a number on it, I think it's dangerous. But at the same time, if there's people that we feel that can improve our squad and improve the team, then it's my job to go to the powers that be above and put a case forward. And then obviously we have to, we all understand it, we have to work within those financial remits that everybody else has got.
To stay on the same thing, you've lost some big faces as well, so
yes.
that group and the way it's morphing together, how are you seeing that transition and evolution?
Yeah, like you say, we've lost, there's no secret, we've lost quite a bit of experience from the group. If you look at Max 31, you look at JDB 33, if you look at Mason Bennett, Ryan Sweeney, although he looks older than 28, you know, that's a lot of experience. So at this moment in time, you know, Jake Beasley coming in, he's got the experience. So, you know, we have to try and develop leaders, and that's what we've been doing. And it's been pleasing to see the growth of some of them already in that. And we've had a wonderful session here this afternoon with them. And, you know, it's going to take time. We understand that. We're a very young group, but it's exciting to be part of a young group to see them grow.
You mentioned leaders. On Monday night, you said you were going to pick your captain this week. Who have you gone for? We've
gone with Dokes. We've gone with Dokes as captain, and we've gone with Jake Beasley as vice captain. And like I said to the group this morning, you know, that's a captain and a vice captain. But for me, I want everybody involved. We've got a couple of leadership groups for different things already to try and encourage them to, you know, take responsibility and take ownership, and they're doing all right with it at the moment. So that's been pleasing, but delighted for him. You know, he's a fantastic character, Dokes. He's got the respect of the dressing room. The lads like him. And I'm excited, like you say, to see him develop now as a captain.
How did you tell him?
How did I tell him? Well, I asked him first and foremost, because you can't just make somebody be captain if they don't want to, and it's not the benefit of it. But I floated the idea past him, and he was excited and pleased that he was being given that honour, because he follows some big names as captains, and you know, he's very fortunate, I feel, because he's got a wonderful leader in John Brayford to lean on already. And I've spoke to him about that and said, look, you know, John was captain here, and obviously we've had his testimonial recently, so it's important that he taps into that knowledge.
And just finally, from me, I don't think too many people have seen Dokes as the obvious choice looking from the outside in. I think that's fair to say. What are the little things he does that makes him a leader behind us?
Well, he's very good with talking to the players. He's very open to gaining their opinions as well, and I think it's important that there's a relationship. Like, I had a wonderful relationship with Ryan Sweeney, obviously in Scotland, winning the league with him, and then obviously with what we pulled off here last season. So the role of the captain plays a big support to me in terms of them managing that dressing room, and I just feel that he's someone that is very open and honest with me. We have a good relationship, and he's wanting to learn and develop even more. So those things really is what swayed me.